Hey, my lovelies, let's make a meat and tater casserole. I've got a pound of hamburger meat I'm going to brown up. And I have peeled I may get more, but right now we're going to go with 2 potatoes. We're going to slice them very thinly. And to my hamburger meat, I added 1 diced onion. Y'all, it's ground beef. Y'all get on to me for calling it hamburger meat. Ground beef. There we go. All right, let that saute. And let me show you how I'm doing my potatoes. This was 1 potato. I cut it in half, but now these are the extra large baking potatoes. I had 2. They're probably the size of 4 regular potatoes. And I'm cutting them super thin. You can do them thicker if you want to, but it'll take longer to cook if you do them thicker. So that's how I'm slicing them. All right, I've got my potatoes sliced. Best thing to do is use a mandolin if you have one. And I have one. I was just too lazy to wash it. Ground beef is good and brown. I've got the grease drained. I'm going to add some garlic powder. And I'm going to add some of this Kinder's caramelized onion butter. Whoa, wrong side open. That would have been a disaster. Just a little bit because it's really salty, but it's got the best flavor. You can season this however you want to. I was just thinking that oniony, buttery flavor would be good with the potatoes. All right, let's put our casserole together. All right, in a small bowl, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. If you don't like cream of mushroom, you could do cream of celery, cream of onion, cream of bacon. All right, now we're gonna add 1 cup of milk. I just put a half a cup in each of my cans so I can get all the goodness out. So 1 cup of milk. Okay, and I'm gonna do a good teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Season this up however you want. Some black pepper. I think we got plenty of salt in those cream of soups. All right, now we're gonna whisk this all together. This is our sauce. Okay, and then I'm gonna add about 1 cup, which is about half of this bag of cheddar cheese. And that's it for our sauce. All right, let's layer it up. All right, let's spray the 9x13. Then we're gonna take half of our potatoes. Now you can lay them out all pretty, but honey, just throw half of them in there. And this is where you're gonna know if you need another potato cut up or not. Try to get a single layer as best you can. Then we're going to take, I'm doing this one-handed, Big Daddy is not here. Then we're gonna take our hamburger meat and put it on top of our potatoes. All right, so we'll just spread that on top. Then we're going to take the rest of our potatoes and just put right on top. And you don't have to cover every single piece. This is where you put as much or as little as you want. Now we're going to take our sauce and just pour it right on top. And then we'll spread it out. Okay, so we're going to spread it out. Now this is where our times may vary, because I cut my potato and I like to just make sure it gets down in there. I just jab it some. I cut my potatoes very thinly. So I'm going to check this in 30 minutes. If you cut your potatoes thicker, you may need 45 minutes. You just cook it until the potatoes are fork tender. And I'm going to go back with a little bit more cheese and just sprinkle it right on top. And I don't know why I do this, but I always take some paprika and just sprinkle a little bit on top of almost everything that I top with cheese. When it melts, it just makes that cheese so pretty. All right, so in an oven, 350. I'm gonna check it in 30 minutes. All right, y'all, my broccoli is done in my microwave. This is what it looks like. Hot and bubbly. I let it bake for about 45 minutes. So like I say, depending on how thick you slice your potatoes, that will depend on how long you have to cook it. So I'm gonna let this sit. It's a little bit, let me kind of shake it. A little bit jiggly, so I'm gonna let it sit about 10 minutes before we slice into it. All right, that's what it looks like. Y'all give this a try. Now, if you cut it, a little foggy. If you cut it, as soon as it comes out of the oven, it's gonna be runny. So let it sit so it can thicken up. Try it and let me know how you like it.